Okay, so we're going to be doing terrorist incidents. I don't know why this little thing's up here for. It wasn't there last time. But okay. Right, so terrorist incidents of 2016. And we're going to see who does it. Okay. I don't know why it's opened it here, but whatever. This isn't in the way, is it? It is a little bit. We'll just we'll leave it there. Right, so terrorist incidents. So we've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, so let's have a look. Should we just do January? I think we'll just do January, and we'll do 12 videos. We'll drag this out, shall we? 2016. This is a timeline of terrorist incidents which took place in January 2016, including attacks by violent non-state actors for political motives. Let's read the article. So we've got a list of incidents of in January 2016. This is a timeline of terrorist incidents which took place in January of 2016, including attacks by violent non-state actors for political motives. Now that's what terrorism is. What was that fucking idiot's name? Tucker Carlson. He said that he asked someone if it wasn't a form of terrorism, just to do. It was something, I can't remember exactly what it was. It's not important really, but he said something. He was like, "Is that not terrorism?" And it wasn't, because it wasn't for a political motive. Milk. Casualty figures in this list are total casualties of the incident, including immediate casualties and later casualties, such as people who have succumbed to their wounds long after the attacks have occurred. Casualty lists of victims, perpetrator casualties are listed separately. Casualties may be underestimated or unavailable due to a lack of information. So, let's have a look. What's this? Total incidents 102. If casualty figures are 20 or more, they will be shown in bold. In addition, figures for casualties more than 50 will be underlined. Total incidents 102. That's 3 a day. Okay. So here we go. We are looking at the 1st of January 2016. A shooting in Mogadishu, Somalia. 1 dead. Islamist fire on a group of aid workers, killing 1. Al-Shabaab. I should get a pen and paper really, shouldn't I? Just so I can mark down the amount of... 1 second. Well, that's good. Can't find 1 pen in the job I do as a living. Ah, found it! Right. So, it's just a random bill, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Right. Let's get the pen. So, we have 1. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do Islam. And then I'm going to do, make a big gap, non-Islam. Okay. And question marks, if there are any, which we can then look up and add to the list later. So January the 1st, 2016, shooting by Islamist. So that's 1 event by Islamic people, or people who have the Islamic blah blah blah. 300 West Africa migrants are reportedly rounded up by ISIS and executed in Tripoli in Libya. That's Africa. Okay. 2 events of terrorism. Remember, terrorism is violence for a political motive. January 2016, we've got a date here for this. The 3rd. A gunman identified as Arab-Israeli Nasat Melhem via CCTV footage fired into a crowded pub and several other businesses in Dizengoff Street in Tel Aviv, killing 2 civilians and wounding another 7. Was found by Israeli counter-terrorism. So if it's in that area of the world and it's to do with counter-terrorism, hometown of Al-Hara. No group claims responsibility, but Israeli forces suspect other people were involved in the incident. Selfie videos from his cell phone were later made public by the Shin Bet. Inspired by ISIS. So that's 3. We're only on the 3rd, by the way, of January. Diyala, Iraq. Unknown gunman shot and killed an Iraqi soldier near the village of Diyala in Bakubar. So unknown gunman. Given it's that part of the world, it's probably the Iraq Civil War. Muslim, so Islam. So we put 4. Given it's that part of the world, could be Christian. Doubt it. Suicide bombing in Kabul, Afghanistan. Suicide bomber detonated himself. French restaurant called La Jardin, popular with foreigners. Who goes to Afghanistan? That is located in the district. Foreign embassies, so there's political motives there. Taliban, Islam, 5. And it's only the 4th, I believe. Or was it the same day? Right. Here we go. Shooting, Mogadishu. Gunman opened fire near a mosque in Mogadishu, killing 1 Somali man and wounded 4 people, including a Turkish citizen. Turkish Foreign Minister of Affairs. Attack was perpetrated against Turkish non-government organisation Al-Shabaab, suspected. So that'd be another one. Islam. Okay. Vehicular attack in France, Valence. Didn't hear of this. 29-year-old Frenchman of Tunisian descent rammed over a civilian and a guard in the entrance of a mosque. So with another vehicle. Allah is the greatest. So he's shouting Allahu Akbar. So that is 7. Lone Wolf, apparently. Wave of terror in Europe. That's the name of that. Suicide bombing in Mogadishu. Suicide bomber. Don't go to Somalia. Bomber detonated himself in a popular restaurant. So that's Al-Shabaab. That's 8. Panthot. Well, this could be different. This could be something different. Pathankot attack. Suspected militants disguised as soldiers attacked an Indian airbase, killing 7 security guards, including, if that is Singh, one who won gold and silver medals in the Commonwealth Games. All right. So, insurgency in Jammu and Kashmir. Jaish-e-Mohammed is a Pakistan-based Deobandi jihadist group active in Kashmir. So that would be 4. That'd be 4 on top of the other number, which was now making it 9. We haven't come across anything else yet. Suicide bombing in Camp Speicher, Iraq, 3. This 3, is this all on one day? It is. This is all one day. That's the first. This is look at that. All in one day. 2 brothers detonated their bomb at a US base outside Sunni city of Tikrit, Islamic State. 10. West Bank. Unknown gunman shot an Israeli soldier with a sniper rifle near Palestinian lone wolf. So again, Islam. 11. Unknown gunman shot an Israeli female soldier. Palestinian lone wolf. No such thing as a lone wolf in that area of the world. 12. Suicide bombing in Kabul. What we got here? We got militant drove a truck packed with explosives into armed gates, smashing windows and sending glass flying, badly damaging in nearby houses. Taliban. 13. Oh, 1 second while I put my milk away. Okay. Right. Currently 7:30. Right, so, did I just do that one? I think I did. Right, Quetta, Pakistan. Unknown militants have fatally shot 2 policemen, Bolshe nationalists. Let's have a look. Bollocks. Nationalism is a movement that claims the Bollock people, an ethno-linguistic group mainly. What does that mean? Ethnic linguistic. Is that? Am I an ethnic linguist? Ethno-linguist, or is it, do I have to be Asian for that? Mainly found in Pakistan, Iran, and Afghanistan. So Muslims. That movement propagates the view that Muslims are not a nation and... Hang on a minute. Oh, okay. Are a distinct nation. So what they think Iraq... Well, so Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan are all one nation. The movement propagates the view that Muslims are not a nation and that ethnic loyalty must surpass religious loyalty, though this view has been challenged. I don't know what that means. So Muslims are not a nation, well we know that, and that ethnic loyalty must surpass religious loyalty. So they believe that they're part of one country, Balak. So I'm gonna. It is Islam, but I'm not going to put that in there because they're doing it for a nationalistic reason by the looks of it. So that's one of the non-Muslims in my eyes. They are Muslim, but just because you're a Muslim doesn't make you a terrorist when you commit terrorist acts. It isn't necessarily in the name of Islam. Samagan and Afghanistan. A peaceful activist is gunned down by a suspected Taliban. So that's 14. I'm running on the 5th. This is going to be some time. Boko Haram. You know what? I'm not even going to read them anymore. I'm not going to read into them that much. I'm just going to literally see who did it. Islamic State, car bomb, killing 60, apparently. So that's another one. 16. Melee attack, Paris, France. Tariq, so it's Islamic State inspired. So that's all about Muslims again. I know it's called the Wave of Terror, because it just fucking proves the point that France and Germany are all pussies when it comes to it, as are we. Car bombing, Ras Lanuf, that sounds like get off his Lanuf. Second Libyan civil war, car bombing at a checkpoint in the Libyan oil ports of Ras Lanuf. There's 7 people, so it says Islamic State, so that's Bosch, another one. West Philadelphia, born and raised, and the playgrounds where he spent most of his days, shooting down policemen, and I ain't got good enough rhyme for the rest of it. Right, so shooting, Islamist again. So that's January the 7th of 2016, West Philadelphia, born and raised. Fuck off. In the late evening, a gun, also Jesse Hartnett survived despite being shot multiple times in the left arm. So that's another one. Bosch. Islamic State inspired stuff. Right, so we've got Taliban in Pakistan. That's the same thing. Islamic bang 20, and we're only on the 8th. Islamic State, Bosch, insurgents in Egypt. Cairo. That's the same day, isn't it? No, the next day. Don't go to Egypt. Landmine, Pakistan. Bollock Liberation Army. Is this the same? Is this the Bollock people? Since 2004, the BLA has waged an armed struggle against the state of Pakistan for equal rights and self-determination. So this isn't... it's an act of terrorism, but we don't know what it really means. So we're going to put that in the non-thingy. All the bollocks go... There's 2 bollocks in the non-Islam. Shooting these bollocks as well. More bollocks. So it's now 3 bollocks. We're putting them in. We're putting these because it doesn't seem to be necessarily about Islam. The code's right there, isn't it? Crushed. What does that mean? An Islamic State lines up. Crushes them. Islamic State lines up. I'm not going to read all of it. Right. Apostasy. And this is why Christianity is better than Islam. Right, 15-year-old boy of Turkey. Turkish youth, Islamic State. That's now another one. Iraq, another one. That's now 25. That's now another one. 26. 27. War in Afghanistan. So what's it? Anti-government militants fire a rocket into a primary school in Back District, Ghost Province, killing 3. No groups claim responsibilities. That goes, and then no. That goes next to the bollocks. Another one for the Islamic State in Turkey, killing a lot of people. Yemen. Unidentified assailants killed an officer of the security. Killed an officer of the security officer of the Ardennes airport. So we don't know then. That goes in the bollocks section. Now 5 in the bollocks section. Suicide bomber, Islamic State, Jalalabad. I'd say get a real name, but that's a good name. So we got a suicide bomber, don't know himself, killing people. Right, so Takiri Taliban, that's Muslim. Boom. Arden, Yemen. Islamist extremists, another one. A different place. Kuyape, Cameroon. Boko Haram, Islam. That's the black Islam. That's different. PKK. Did they do something recently? Who's the PKK? Isn't that fucking dickhead who's saying that the PKK weren't a terrorist organisation on the Young Turks? That fucking joke. Brown Fabio. A massive bomb blast followed by a rocket, long gunfire. Destroy police headquarters. Right, let's have a look at what the PKK is. Kurdistan Workers' Party. So they're communism then, I guess. Is a left wing, because the leftists don't commit crime. Since 1984, the PKK has waged an armed struggle against the Turkish state for equal rights and self-determination. So another one that isn't Islam. Bosh. So PKK isn't Islam. Although I have a feeling it might be. So we've got India. This might be a Sikh. This might be a Sikh doing it, or a Hindu. Militants planted landmine bombs. So we've got a Communist Party of India. Communist Party of India is a I saw moist is a moist insurgent party. Maoist. So that's communism. That's another one. That's 2 for communism. Jakarta, Indonesia, the Islamic State. Cool. There's that argument again, isn't it? Oh, that's what the regressive dickheads say in America, isn't it? That it's down to Americans invading a country. If it's down to Americans invading a country, explain Jakarta in Indonesia on the 14th of January. Explain that. If it's about invading a country and taking it over and about occupying forces, then why has that place been bombed? Oh, hang on a minute. Or this one. Hang on, most of them. There's only one terrorist attack in the United States. That's how much they care about their land being wow, do you know what? I'm much better at speaking in real life than I am on a video. What's it called? No. Yeah. Anyway, right, so that's another one there. Bosh. Occupied, thank you. Occupied. Civil war. So is this Muslim? Unidentified militants raided a house in Abu Ghraib in West Baghdad. So we'll say no. We'll put that one down as no for that one because it says so. Somalia, Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab, that is Islam, isn't it? More commonly known as Al-Shabaab, is a jihadist terrorist organisation. Glad I looked. Right, so we have another India. Communist Party. That's another Communist Party. That one. That's like 4 communisms. Insurgency in Maghreb. 20 identified. No. It's Africa. Oh, yeah, Burkina Faso. Idiot. Yeah, so that's also a no. We'll put that one as a not Islam. No group would claim responsibility. It's another one. Could be Islam. Probably is Islam. More than likely is Islam in that area of the world. Burkina Faso. Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb. So they know that one's that one, but they don't know the other one's that one. Anyway, so that's another one. In case you want to know what we're on so far, we're on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36 to 11. Islamic State militants attack something. Fuck me, look at that for numbers. That is some numbers, isn't it? Wow. It doesn't feel like it's justifiable to put one line. Do you know what I mean? Just to put one line in for the amount of people who have been killed. Doesn't seem like that's the right thing to do. It seems like I should be counting the people rather than the events, but we'll do that. We can do that still. Unknown supermarket, probably, but we don't know, so we'll put that in the don't know with the bollocks. Unidentified, no responsibility. We've got to be fair with it. It probably is Islam, but we've got to be fair. During a jirga. What's a jirga? Oh, okay. Don't know what that means. Islam. Bang. Thank you. Suicide bomber. Al-Qaeda. Again. Baghdad. Unknown. So they're saying it's down to the Civil War, so we have to believe it. Another one, Civil War. Palestinian lone wolf, no way, that'd be Islam. Suicide bomber, Boko Haram. Bosch, another one. PKK is not Muslim. So that we've come to learn. We've learned together. West Baghdad, unknown, we have to believe it. Suicide bomber, Pakistan, that would be Islam. IED, Bollock conflict. So that's a no that's a no Islam. That says no Islam. I do get the feeling they're adding this bit, making this bit up just to make it seem less like Islam. It's another one for Islam, by the way. Another one for Islam. God, they're really pulling away, aren't they? Surgeons shot dead 2 civilians. More unknown. Sinai insurgents. What's Sinai? Islamist. Well, we'll put that in Islam then. Bop. Islam. Leading to Giza. Imagine they blow up the pyramids of Giza. I suppose they haven't actually. Bop. So the Iraq Civil War is blatantly about the Islamic State as well, or it's got something to do with Islam because they're all fighting amongst themselves like Shia and Sunni and Yazidi and all that lot. You know, so me writing down these ones that aren't and are shite. A Shiite is beheaded by radical Sunnis. Well, we know that's Islam then, don't we? Bosh. See, I've actually made a separate pile as well. Boko Haram for these Iraq Civil War things, because I don't think Aleppo. Why is that got such a big rap? Right, people bang on about Aleppo so much, right? But then you've got other ones that have got more people in them. They've been more killed. But anyway, so that's another one. What is... Oh, Palestinians, that'll be Islam. Here we go. Bomb attack killed 2 Chinese, injured another in Laos. Well, that one's obviously not. Civil War. Look at this. Look at all of this terrorism. When we should invade them properly. sort their women out. When you educate women, their entire society will improve. We should just take them all over. I'm up for that. I mean, we're being pussies, really, and listening too much to the left-leaning retards who are like, you know, don't occupy their countries, it will cause more issues. It doesn't cause more issues. What causes issues is themselves. Right, bollock again. No Taliban. Bop, thank you. Suicide bombers in Boko Haram. This is unreal, isn't it? I'm not even reading them now. I'm just going Islamic State, Boko Haram, blah de blah, blah de. Now, I've been to an Islamic country, and it was very nice when I went there. Except that you couldn't practice any other religion because it was a lifetime sentence for doing so. There we go. I've been to 2 Islamic countries, actually, saying that. Boko Haram, Bosch, another one. Another Islam. Another Islam. Another Islam. That Chad. Yep, another Islam. Oh, wow, they are busy. These sand monkeys are... Is that the right word? Sand monkey? Idiots. Dickheads. They don't deserve respect, so I'm not going to treat them with any. And that's it. That takes us to the 31st. Bop. Right, so we've got, for the Islamic faith, committing terroristic incidents and terrorism attacks, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. We have 70 instances of confirmed Islamic terrorism. We have of the Civil War, we have another 30 on top. So we could have 100 events of Islamic terrorism. Okay? In 31 days. Now, I don't think I'm going to add these up. I really don't. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to. I don't think I can. We're at the top yet. Dead. Injured. It's insane. I've got to write down to write down that many numbers is insane. Just looking at them as they fly by. 30 injured, 1 dead, 60 dead, 200 injured, 300 dead at the top earlier, 25 dead in Aleppo, 20 there, 100. Is that 100 plus? 100 plus there. It's insane. It's all down to that stupid religion, the worst faith in the world, for the worst people in the world, the most mentally insane, criminally insane people. See, Aleppo, this here, Deir ez-Zor. Do you ever hear about Deir ez-Zor? You ever heard of it? I never heard of it. Execution. I'd never heard of this place at all. See, my wife came back from Tunisia, I think it was last year. We're in 2016 right now. I think it was 2015. She went to Tunisia. And then when she came, because before she said when, I said to her friend, I said, like, go in there and then come. You're risking it. It's Tunisia. They've had the Arab Spring. You'll be like, it's going to be risky. She then came back, and I think it was days later, there was that massive terrorist attack where people got their heads, and then people got their heads cut off on the beach, and there was something else that happened to Tunisia the same sort of day, same sort of week, and all that happened, and it's kicking off over and over and over and over again. So my wife's actually been to 3 Islamic countries. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And yet people want to pansy around it, being like, well, we don't want to upset them. We've got to be fair and left-minded, be equal, and all the virtue signalling and the bowing a knee to these people. Because, it's not all Muslims, is it? Oh, no, that's right, it's not all, whatever, on a spectrum. What a load of bollocks. It's not all, but they are all insane. How about that? There's an easy answer for it as well. What you do is you go to war properly. That's what you do. Because if you wipe them all out, then they can't do it anymore. And let's put it, this is the Western society is the best society. It is the better society to live in. So much so that they come and live over in the Western society and then try to change it to their society. This society is better. If they don't like it and they're caught doing anything, they should be gotten out. And that's the thing. I know it's easy to say as well, like, oh, you know, well, they're also, you know, a lot of them are from here as well. Yep. They are from here. Put them in prison or send them back to their dust bowl. Send them there and then they can eat sand for a living. Total insanity. I don't even know the number. I can't even... I couldn't even guess it. 102 incidents. Well, I've marked down more than 102. But the ones who are dead? Islam. That's what it is. Fucking Islam. Fuck Islam. And fuck people who practice it, and fuck the people who worship it, and fuck the people who live by it. They're stupid. And get fucked.